You're here, ready to really make your mark. And today we're doing a deep dive into something super important, using English to speak like a leader.
Absolutely. The resources we looked at are just, well, packed with insights on how to make your voice stronger, make your words land with more impact.
Yeah, really good stuff. And our mission, for this deep dive is to pull out those practical, actionable strategies, things you can use to speak English with that kind of leadership presence, no matter where you are on your fluency journey.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you're prepping for a huge meeting or just, want to communicate better day to day.
Right. We're hoping to uncover some of those aha moments, maybe some surprising things about communication that really contribute to sounding like a leader.
Okay, ready to jump in?
Let's do it. So let's start with something really foundational. The power of your words. The sources, well, they really drive home that words aren't just sounds.
Oh, they carry energy, right? It's kind of amazing when you think about it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Think about a time maybe someone's kind words just completely lifted you up. Oh, yeah, definitely.
And conversely, maybe a time when someone's careless words just really stung.
Absolutely. We've all been there. That shows the power, doesn't it?
It really does. And leaders, they get this. They choose their words really carefully, with kindness, with courage, with purpose.
So the core idea is speak to lift people up, not push them down.
Precisely. And that applies everywhere, right? Teams, friends, family.
It's about using your voice to build, basically.
Mm-hmm.
The sources even gave some specific phrases leaders often use.
Yeah, things like, I believe in you. Simple stuff.
Or, we can do this together.
You have what it takes. Let's find a solution. Your idea matters.
See, none of those are super complicated words.
Not at all. But they land because the intention, the heart behind them is clear.
Which is great news, because it means you don't need a perfect accent or, like, a massive vocabulary to be powerful.
Exactly. Even while you're still learning English, you can speak like a leader. Use simple words, speak clearly, speak with confidence.
It really boils down to that intention.
Which leads to a great question the sources pose for you listening. What kind of energy are your words sending out? Are they helping you grow? Helping others grow?
That's something to really reflect on. And there's a practical takeaway, too, a small challenge.
Yeah, I like this one. For the next 24 hours, try focusing only on using words that lift people up. Encouraging, thanking, acknowledging others, and yourself too.
Just try it and see how it feels, how people respond.
And remember, inspiring others isn't about being famous or anything. It's just about being real, honest, kind, and, well, maybe a little bold in your word choice.
Okay, so the power of words, got it. But how do we deliver them so they actually land with impact? That brings us to confidence.
Right. Confidence in every sentence. Speaking like you mean it.
And confidence here, it's not about not being nervous, is it?
No, not at all. The sources define it more as speaking even when you're nervous, trusting yourself, even if your grammar isn't perfect yet. Speaking with energy, clarity, purpose.
And why is that so crucial when speaking English?
Because people feel confidence. It makes your message stronger, more believable, even if, the English itself isn't flawless.
It's like it transmits through your voice. So how do we actually sound more confident? The sources gave 5 key tips.
Okay. Tip number 1 might surprise some people. Slow down.
Right. There's this myth that speaking fast means you're fluent.
Exactly. But leaders, they often speak more deliberately. Slowing down gives you clarity, control, makes you sound more considered.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gives your words weight. Okay, tip 2.
Stand tall. Or, sit tall. Your posture has a huge impact.
Even when sitting.
Absolutely. It affects your breath, your voice projection, how powerful you seem. Try it now. Just sit up straighter. You can feel a difference.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, posture. Number 3.
Use strong words. Be mindful of your phrasing.
So instead of, I think maybe we could possibly
Right. Try I believe or I propose instead of I don't know. Maybe let's find out or we can figure this out.
shift from weak language to more decisive language.
Got it.
Number 4,
Practice powerful phrases, almost like
like
affirmations.
telling yourself things.
Yeah. The sources suggest repeating things like, I can speak with confidence. My English doesn't need to be perfect to be powerful. I believe in my voice. I speak with purpose.
So these act as reminders of your inner strength.
Exactly. Little mental boosts. And the fifth tip, super important.
Let me guess. Mistakes.
You got it. Accept your mistakes. Everyone makes them, especially when learning the language. Don't get hung up on them. Just keep going.
That resilience, that's part of confidence too, isn't it?
Absolutely. The sources really emphasize your voice matters, your ideas matter, your story, your dreams. Speak up now. Don't wait for perfection.
Good advice. And there was an exercise mentioned too, to build confidence.
Yeah, a daily recording thing. Just briefly record yourself talking about what you're proud of from the day, what you learned, what you'll try tomorrow.
And then listen back.
Exactly. Get comfortable hearing your own voice speaking English. Track your progress. It really helps.
So confidence isn't instant, it's built.
Word by word, sentence by sentence. Just keep speaking up, clearly, purposefully.
Right. If you believe it, others are more likely to. Okay, now let's talk about specific leadership language, the kinds of words that actually move people.
Yeah, this part distinguishes between just talking and, well, truly communicating. Speaking not just to be heard, but to be understood, to inspire, to lead.
In leadership language, it's not about using fancy, complex words, right?
Not at all. It's defined as simple, powerful, purposeful words. Words that help people move forward, often using action words, words that give hope.
Like what sort of phrases?
Things like, let's begin, or we've got this, I'm here to help. Even acknowledging difficulty like this is a challenge, but we will face it, or simply let's find a way.
Those phrases do create a certain feeling, don't they? Safety, motivation, readiness.
That's at the key point. People remember how your words made them feel.
So what are the key ingredients of this leadership language? The sources broke it down. First up, positivity.
Right. Leaders tend to focus on solutions, not just problems. They reframe things. So instead of, this is impossible, it's...
Okay, how can we handle this? Or we'll get through it together.
Exactly. This is hard, but we are strong. That kind of positive framing. Second element, clarity.
Keep it simple and direct. Short sentences. Don't try to sound overly smart.
Just be clear. Respect people's time. Third, respect.
Showing that others' voices matter. Using phrases like,
What do you think? That's a good point. Thank you for sharing that. Simple acknowledgments.
makes people feel valued. And the last one, encouragement.
Leaders help others believe in themselves. So phrases like, you're doing great, keep going, I'm proud of your progress.
Those can be really powerful. The sources also suggested practicing some phrases like mantras.
Yeah, like repeating, I lead with kindness and strength. My words have power and purpose. I speak to inspire and uplift, just to get in that mindset.
And again, the message is, even if you're still learning English, you can do this. Heart, clarity, intention. That's what people follow.
People follow those who care, who guide, who uplift.
And there's another small challenge here.
Try speaking like a leader to just one person today. Offer encouragement, appreciation.
Maybe say, you've worked really hard today, or I'm proud of you, or hey, let's do this together.
Exactly. It's about being meaningful, speaking from the heart, helping others move forward. That's leadership.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk about storytelling. How leaders use stories.
This is a great section because it demystifies storytelling. You don't need to be a writer or famous or have some perfect life. Your own journey is enough.
Right. Often the most inspiring people connect by sharing how they overcame struggles.
And that's storytelling and leadership. Using your experiences, the good and the bad, to teach, to connect, to inspire. Stories stick with people much more than just facts or advice.
So how do you structure a simple, strong story? The sources laid it out.
3 parts, basically. The beginning. Start with the problem, the challenge, show vulnerability. People relate to that.
Okay, the struggle. Then what?
The middle, the action. What did you do about it? Describe the steps, the effort, the strength it took.
Show the work. And finally,
The end. The lesson. What did you learn? How did you change? What's the takeaway message or advice from that experience?
beginning, middle, end. Problem, action, lesson. Simple.
There was that example story, too, about overcoming the fear of speaking English. It really illustrated those steps well.
Yeah, and they give some helpful starter phrases, too, for crafting your own story.
Like, I used to struggle with, or at first I was afraid of. Then I decided to try something new.
It wasn't easy, but I learned.
Now, I want to tell you, just little prompts to get you going.
Storytelling really is powerful for connection. Shows people are not alone.
And again, doesn't require perfect English. Just be truthful, speak slowly, speak from the heart.
And the challenge for this part.
Take 5 minutes, just 5. Write down a short story, success, failure, lesson learned. Then practice saying it out loud. Imagine you're telling it to someone who needs to hear it.
Sharing those journeys. It builds trust, gives hope, makes your voice stronger.
Definitely. Don't underestimate your own stories. Okay, next up, speaking with purpose.
This one makes you think about those times you maybe said something you regretted or your words just didn't land right.
Right. It highlights the importance of being really intentional. Speaking with purpose means thinking before you speak, making sure every word has a reason, aiming for impact, not just noise.
And when you speak with purpose, people listen better, right? Because it feels focused, real.
Exactly. It's about being intentional, not necessarily perfect. So how do you do it? Step 1, know your message.
Before speaking, ask yourself, what's my core message here? What's the purpose of these words?
Get clear on that first. Step 2, be clear and simple. We keep coming back to this, don't we?
Yeah, simple language is powerful.
Yeah.
Step 3, think about how your words will feel to the other person.
Are you aiming to make them feel strong, motivated, supported? Consider that emotional impact.
That's a really important layer. And step 4, cut the noise.
Those filler words, the ums, I's, likes, try to reduce them. They can really dilute your message.
Even a short pause can be more powerful than a filler word.
Definitely. Pauses give weight. The sources contrasted speaking without purpose versus with purpose. The difference is striking.
And they shared some leadership phrases that show purpose.
Yeah, things like, here's what we're going to do. I believe this is the right step. Let's focus on what matters most. This is why I believe in this idea. They provide direction.
They guide people. And even with limited English, you can do this. Practice short, clear messages. Pause. Think about the impact you want.
And the quick challenge, in one conversation today, try to formulate just one clear sentence that really states your purpose. Then just notice how the other person responds.
See what happens when you're that intentional. It builds trust.
Because your words feel considered, caring, directional. Okay, almost there. Let's talk about some specific, powerful phrases.
Ah, yes, the quick hits. Short sentences, big impact.
Exactly. These are phrases you can use in lots of situations. They make your English sound confident, respectful, positive, and they're easy to remember.
Okay, let's hear some of the top 10 from the sources.
All right. Number 1, I believe in you. Shows trust, sees potential.
Powerful. Number 2.
Let's work together. Teamwork, inclusion, simple.
Number 3. How can I help? Shows support, care.
Number 4, I hear you. Validates the other person, shows you're listening.
That's a good one.
5,
Thank you for your effort. Acknowledges work, motivates.
6, let's find a solution. Focuses on action, progress.
7. I learned something today. Shows humility, encourages learning.
8, That's a great idea. Values creativity, input.
9. I'm proud of you. Acknowledges achievement, effort.
And number 10.
Let's keep going. Encourages perseverance, especially through tough times.
Wow, those are all really useful. And the point is, mastering a few key phrases like these can be more impactful than knowing tons of words you never use. Absolutely. The exercise for this part is simple. Choose 3 of those phrases, just 3, and try to use them in real conversations today. Work, messages, wherever. Use them with intention.
And you can use them on yourself too, right?
Totally. I believe in me. Let's keep going. I'm proud of how far I've come. That self-talk matters.
Using these phrases helps make you someone people listen to, respect, follow. They're tools for motivation, action, change.
Spot on. Okay, final section. The leader's voice itself, calm, clear, and strong.
Right. Challenging that idea that leadership means being loud.
Exactly. It's not about volume. The sources stress that your tone is just as important as your words. The quality of the voice matters.
So 3 qualities.
Yeah.
Calm, clear, strong. Let's break them down. Calm.
Means not rushed, not panicked. It creates a feeling of peace, safety. You achieve it through breathing, slowing your pace, using those purposeful pauses we talked about.
Okay. Clear.
Easy to understand, simple words, direct language, no confusion, less filler. Respecting the listener's ability to follow.
Got it. And strong.
This isn't loudness. It's rooted in believing your message. It comes from practice, conviction, that good posture, speaking with purpose. It's an inner strength projected outward.
And there are exercises for this too.
Simple ones, like taking a deep breath, then speaking a sentence like, I am calm, clear, and strong.
Just practicing that state.
Or mirror talk saying empowering phrases like, I speak with power, my voice matters, while looking at yourself.
Builds that connection and belief.
And voice control practice, saying a simple sentence like, we can do this together, and consciously varying it, calm version, clear version, strong version, just playing with the intonation.
So you learn how to control those qualities.
The sources also shared final phrases embodying this voice. Let's take a moment and think. We'll figure this out. I understand. Let's move forward. I am here to support you. We've got this.
They sound grounded, reassuring.
And remember, the most potent voice isn't the one that impresses. It's the one that connects.
And a final word for English learners.
Yes. Your accent, your grammar, your vocabulary size, those do not define your leadership potential. Your courage does.
So speak calmly, clearly, strongly. Your message matters.
The world needs to hear it.
Wow, we covered a lot today. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into speaking English for success, for leadership.
It was great. We touched on the power of words, building confidence, using leadership language, storytelling, speaking with purpose, those powerful phrases.
And finding that calm, clear, strong leader's voice.
And the core message through it all, your voice is your power. Use it well.
Absolutely. And just one final thought to leave you with, something to mull over. Think about one specific situation in your life right now where consciously applying one of these principles, maybe storytelling, maybe speaking with purpose, maybe just using positive language, could lead to a really significant positive change.
What would that look like? What would it feel like?
Something to consider. We really encourage you to keep exploring these ideas and see how they fit into your own journey.